Cynthia was somebody I had a real friendship. I loved her like a true sister. I honestly cherished everything that we had. She was the closest person to me. Now, we're not friends. You knew that Kenya was going to be coming.
That's not true.
Hey! Oh, I think a monster's here.
Okay.
It was betrayal in my eyes.
If Nene wants to fall out over this petty ass, then let us fall out over it.
To throw away 10 years of friendship, it's heartbreaking.
She's just doing whatever she needed to do. She looks really desperate.
Desperate not to be your damn friend no more.
I really feel like Cynthia is to blame for a lot of this, and that's just how I feel.
She made his wedding about her. She made my Seagram's event about her. The cancer situation with Greg. Everything is not about you.
Because we had a great sisterhood, I want to give it a chance.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
That was
Really
nice.
nice.
Congratulations on the big opening of your new business, Nene Leaks.
Cynthia! Listen. We've been friends a long time, and you need to just hear what I have to say.
Like, live your life.
Okay. So.
It's Justin Diego back with another Bingeworthy video. And today, let's talk about how Cynthia and Nene made us cry tonight, and why fans of the show may have been bamboozled this whole time.
Well, you know what, Nene? I'm not interested in going back and forth with you about like who did what. We both said some horrible things about each other. I think we can both agree on that.
Have your moment.
It's not even a moment, honey. But if you're gonna give it to me, I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Now, before we get started sipping this tea, go ahead and like this video, click that subscribe button, and you already know you want to hit that bell button so you officially join me and my binge watchers and are first to get updates about binge-worthy videos like this.
I'm trying to tell you.
If you watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 14, you already know that this episode was quite a roller coaster ride. We've seen Cynthia Bailey and Nene Leakes fall out and break that friendship contract over and over again over the years. But we can all agree that it's something about this last fight that changed everything. In Sunday night's episode, rightfully titled Lions, Tigers, and Shade, Cynthia and Nene finally sit down to try and work through their differences. And to be honest, I'm shook. I mean, come on. This whole season, I've been one of those people spearheading this whole Nene Leakes is over party because I felt like the rich bish had worn out her welcome, and quite frankly, I thought that Nene Leakes had started to feel like she was above the show. But after this episode, I'm starting to look at things a lot different. And Cynthia, I love you, sis, but I know you feel this side-eye.
So it's been a few weeks since Toronto, and Cynthia and I did not have the talk. And I just think I owe it to Cynthia's and my relationship to have some sort of closure.
Yes, there was a lot going down in this one episode. I feel like it was enough shade and enough drama for like 3 episodes, to be honest. We had Cynthia in this fake confrontation with Kenya.
I decided to put Kenya on a case of ice for about a week because I really was upset about all this cookie lady drama that she intentionally tried to pull me in just because she's having an issue with Tam.
We had the animal print brunch drama.
She's talking about the sisterhood.
These women right here are very successful. They think about y'all.
This is the fakest sisterhood I've ever seen in my life.
And Cynthia and Nene finally got into some thangs.
This is somebody that I consider a sister. And though she was out saying I was a toxic friend, I just want to see you and look you eye to eye and ask you why. You would really try to make it appear like I'm not a good friend? Because I've been good to you. Well.
Things were awkward at first, and all I could think about was all of those horrible things that they've said about each other and we've laughed about on social media. Yes, Cynthia has been the most vocal about how she's so over Nene Leakes and how she's like done kissing her ass. And Nene has done some crazy stuff too, like calling Cynthia weak and boring. Anyways, we know how these two play dirty.
One of the things I know that you said that I definitely want to know the answer to, okay, is you have called me a toxic friend.
Her exact words were, being friends with you is toxic.
When I made that statement, you had said some things, I'm responding to some things. We both had said a lot.
The word toxic is heavy because I was a good friend to Cynthia. So I thought that was a stretch. I thought the word was nasty.
Now, it's strange to me how hung up Nene is on this whole allegation about her being a toxic friend. But at the same time, I can honestly say that although Nene has gone head to head with some of the best on and off this show, she's been pretty consistent about how much she values sisterhood and having really good girlfriends. So yeah, to that point, Cynthia making these allegations about Nene being a toxic friend is really a slap in the face.
Anything that I had to say that wasn't so positive was after we fell out, all the way out.
After a while, we got into Nene talking about this mean side that Cynthia does not want us to know about.
You have your whole side that you don't want nobody to know about.
But what is the side I have, Nene?
Oh, you have a side. And you have done stuff. But you don't want people to think that you want people to think that it's me when it's you. That's the problem.
What I do is what I do, and what you do is what you do.
Yes.
But the thing is, fans of the show are really starting to wake up. With one fan commenting, Cynthia hasn't taken accountability from the beginning with the woozy face emoji. Not saying Nene is 100% right, but come on. Before Katrina chimed in saying, I see through the BS now. Keep your head up, Nene. Hope you ladies work it out though. And Heart of Cold logged into the chat saying, Cynthia and Kenya been doing interviews way before Nene even spoke, ... It just hold more weight when Nene speak cause she's more relevant. Before another Nene fan commented saying, Nene was right all along, ! Cynthia is shady. But Mal had Cynthia's back responding saying, y'all mad when Cynthia speak up for herself and mad when she don't, with the woozy face emoji. Yes, I love seeing what you guys have to say about the show because sometimes y'all be opening my eyes and other times we be on the same vibe like this follower who commented, I don't know, Cynthia might have a different side. Her friend Kenya threw her under the bus last week with the shade of inviting the cookie lady to an event with the thinking face emoji, and West African Baby kept it all the way real saying, after last week's episode, I've really started looking at Cynthia differently and believing Nene. Cynthia could be doing a lot of snake-like things behind the scenes and pretending to be innocent. Yes, if you watched this video that I did last week, you already know that I was shook. I couldn't believe that Cynthia might have tried to set up a scheme for the cookie lady to come to us with the BS. And I'm over that fake ass little scene that she did with Kenya, trying to act like she was mad when we all know that Cynthia was really just trying to do damage control. Anyways, I'm not saying that Cynthia may not be all that nice in real life, but I'm just saying that it does look like we're finally seeing that she has a lot more of a backbone than we thought, and she might have a habit of setting these girls up behind the scenes. I am just saying.
You can sleep very well at night knowing this, Nene. I am happy. I really, truly am.
Girl, Cynthia.
Okay?
Have your moment.
Da 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 da. It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Cynthia's exchange with Nene started to get a little heated, and before I knew it, Nene had had enough and she politely stormed out.
Typical Nene. She always runs out when things get too real or when she's being confronted with the truth. And then I always have to chase after her like I'm Forrest Gump or somebody.
What happened next was just so dramatic, but I felt for Nene, and I really feel like for the first time in a long time, we got to see Nene really pouring her heart out and getting a fair edit.
What is it?
I think you don't understand the way that you have made me feel saying I'm a toxic friend. It was hurtful. Very hurtful to me.
I know.
Yes, it's clear that Nene had been hurting for a while, and shame on Cynthia and shame on production for not giving this woman a moment like this a lot sooner.
There is a sense of relief because we have so much history with one another.
But I have like a friend contract.
Oh, a friend contract?
1 year contract, can't break it. You're gonna grow from this, and this is going to be okay.
So, you know.
Well, let me know if you need me to crawl in that old bed with you tonight, Jessica.
Get on to the bed with me tonight, girl.
I feel like all Nene really wanted to do was make things right. And instead, she's been pushed and set up and just straight up exiled this whole season for nothing.
We took one step. I mean, I'm sure we can take two, we can take three. I mean, it could only get better. So, you know, I feel like it was all worth it.
I am glad that Cynthia finally decided to take the high road and she apologized, but sadly, I don't think that this friendship is really going anywhere.
You know, even in my relationship with Mike, like the people that you love, you have to know how to love them, and you have to know how to argue with them too.
Thanks so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I feel like we didn't even realize that we needed this moment between Nene and Cynthia, but I'm definitely glad it happened. And I also feel like this is one of those videos where I definitely want you guys to join the conversation. So comment below letting me know if you think that this moment between Nene and Cynthia was authentic, or do you feel like the both of them are just putting on for the gram? Thanks again for watching this video. I'll catch y'all friends on the next one.